Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Sweeney, or here on YouTube, Sincevitify, and this is my coming out story. Now, I would say I at least knew I liked men since at least fourth grade, because I remember the exact moment. I was in class and I was looking at this boy, who I'm not going to name. I was like, and I'll be like, damn, he a shorty. And the weird thing is, I never really thought about it. I never was like, why am I saying this about a guy and not the girl? Now, I like both, but I prefer guys. But it won't be much later until I'll be like, no, that's odd. And I'm like, I like men and I like girls, but I like men more. That didn't really, I didn't really think about that, till like seventh, eighth grade. It was like, you know, and I think that really actually tells you that people are born like that. Because, I never thought about it. It's just part of me. It's just what I thought. You know, I never, it was like, I never chose that. It just happened. And when I see these, conservative religious people like, oh, you choose to be gay, and yeah, you're going to hell. Like, ugh. I'm like, you're a dumbass who doesn't understand science, you know. And it's a shame, a lot of these people, they have gay kids, they bring them to conversion therapy. It's like, no, you're doing more damage. You're born gay, straight, transgender, bisexual, whatever. It's sexuality is something you just can't change. It's not necessarily the most important part of your life, but it is something that's defining about you. Just like me being a man. Me being a man, doesn't define who I am, but it's still very important part of my life. Just the same as me being bisexual. You know, it doesn't define who I am. A lot of people would say, oh, like bisexuals are greedy and slutty and stuff like that and can't choose. Well, I'm not a slut. I'm still a virgin. I know what I want, and that's both. In fact, I actually prefer guys. And I'm not greedy, I'm happy to share. Not my man or girl, but, maybe like food or something. Not money, I love my money though. So maybe a little greedy. Now, I came out last year as a freshman. Actually posted on Facebook, because I'm a modern kid, and that's what the modern kids are doing these days, They're posting on the Facebook and the Twitter and the Tumblr and all that. So that's that with it. That I guess, I was kind of scared, to actually go to my parents face to face, which I think most people are. You can even have the most supportive parents in the world, and I still think it's still hard to come out. It's still, hard to say, hey, mom, dad, I like dick, or hey, mom, dad, I like vagina. It's still kind of hard. Even if you had the most supportive parents. Now, no, naturally, my parents are friends with me on Facebook. Yeah. So, I can't post anything really, bad on Facebook. So, that not that I have anything bad or, to say or do. Because, I'm such a perfect child. My parents can vouch for that. My dad took me to this Mexican food place called Cancun. And I can tell you, that was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever been in. Like, On the outside, it was all cool, calm, collected, but on the inside, I was a wreck. I was like, oh dear God, oh dear, please let this go. Like on the inside, I was like bawling. I was like scared and like shaking. But I took my, my pose of goodness and solidness. I was like, and looking at me, you couldn't tell I was feeling that, which I think is the general thing. Even if you have supportive parents like my mom and most of pretty much my dad is, you still kind of feel that, and it's a unique feeling. I'm not saying I would. It's weird because it's not like you don't ever want to experience it again. Because in a way you do, but in a way you don't. It's like it's a it's a hard experience. I think. What I was feeling at that moment. It wasn't necessarily good, but it wasn't bad. It was, in a way, both. It wasn't just middle. It was both. You felt good, like, oh yeah, I get to come clean with my parents and tell them who I am. But there's part of me like, ooh, they know. And, are they going to treat me differently now? Or, how are things going to change? And I think that's the biggest worry. Is like, along with, are they going to hate me? Is how is my life going to change? And you find out, when you come out, it changes, but for a lot of times, hopefully in your case, or if you haven't come out when you do, it's good and pleasant. And I can tell you when you do come out, there's a sense of freedom that you get that I think is, until you have experienced it, it's hard to explain. It's freedom to be yourself is one of the best feelings you can ever have. Unfortunately for a lot of LGBT people, they don't have that. They live with families who actually would kill them if they were gay and disown them. Or to live in areas it's against society to be gay. In some places, in fact, they have capital punishment if you're gay. Like in, I think, Saudi Arabia, if you're gay, they can lawfully kill you, which I think is a damn shame. You know, I believe that being gay isn't wrong. Even if you choose to be gay, it's not wrong. But I think gay marriage should be illegal everywhere. I don't think that's right. People have to vote on your marriage. Like, I think that's unconstitutional. I believe there should be hate crime laws. If you beat up someone because they're gay, I think you should go to prison. And I think there should be a special sentence based on that. I believe, gay couples should be able to adopt. We have an adoption crisis in this country. There's lots of kids who need a foster parents and adopted families. But if we let the gay people do, people in gay couples do it, that can help a lot. And a lot of these kids, they need families. And I'm sorry to tell you, but 2 men and 2 women do constitute a family. It may not be your definition of a family, but it's a family. Just like a single mother or a single father, who, or like an aunt, uncle, cousins you have raising somebody. It's a family. And who are you to decide what a family is? And overall, my experience has been pretty well. There has been some instances, against me because I like men. But it's and it was really surprising because I live in Cincinnati, Granted, I don't necessarily know that much people. I like to keep who I know like close knit and stuff. I kind of actively pursue people who are more open-minded. But overall, my experience has been well. But unfortunately, for a lot of people, that's not the case, and it is a shame. But for just some people, even if you live in an area that's like fully open to it, it is still kind of scary. 'Cause I think even the most, open-minded person, when they find out someone is gay, they do kind of, treat them a little different. It may not necessarily be bad, and maybe they may talk about guys more in front of you or girls more in front of you, or like certain subjects they stay away from, but certain subjects are all open for. So when you come out, it is an interesting experience, and I hope when you came out, I hope it was a good experience, or I hope when you do come out, if you haven't already, it'll be awesome. And if you know someone who wants to come out of the closet, talk to them. No, mentor them, if you will. Go through the experience. Show them, hey, this is maybe how you should do it, or this is how you should do it, or talk to people who have. And it's always interesting to see, their coming out experience, versus yours, or his or hers. It's interesting. It makes you look how, it is very complex. Because, like, because there's not just one set of circumstances for everybody. For every person, there's a unique set of circumstances. And it's kind of interesting to see that. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm Jonathan Sweeney over here on YouTube, Cincy Vidify. Remember to subscribe and comment, your coming out experience. How was it? Was it difficult? Was it fabulous? Was it fun? Or make things more fun. Make a response video. I love watching those. So, have a good day. And keep on YouTubing. YouTube viewing? No, maybe. Okay. Well, seriously, bye, guys. I'm sorry this video is over 12 minutes, but I had a lot to say.